What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dad's Expensive Hobby.
What's up?
Today we are taking a look at the SH Figuarts Adult Daima Vegeta from Dragonball Daima. I am excited to finally get this thing. I have really been looking forward to this since last year when him and the adult Goku were announced. I had to get him through Ami. Took about a week and a half or so, maybe 12 days to get here. If you guys are looking for one, I know that they are still in stock on there. D-Star Toys will have to get me the copy ordered through them whenever they can. But let's look at this package really quick. It's got those purple lettering on it, just like all the other Daima figures. Nice window on the front with a picture of Vegeta, and on the back is typical SH Figuarts packaging. But let's get him out of this package and take a closer look at him. All right out of the package, gosh, he does look pretty good, but this is a small Vegeta. Let's measure him and see how small he actually is, because let's look here. To the top of his hair, he is just south of 5 3/4 inches tall. And let's go down to his hairline. And down his hairline, he is just above 4.5 inches tall. So this is definitely the smallest Vegeta we've ever had. And the entire figure is 14.5 centimeters, give or take. This is definitely the smallest adult version of Vegeta we have had from Bandai, at least in SH Figuarts form. Let's look at him really quick. I like this face. That is definitely Vegeta for sure. It's sharp, yet still a little soft, but in a good way. I kind of like that. The hair, just like how the adult Vegeta, adult Goku, and the minis were, not a lot of detail in the hair. It's kind of broad strokes looking, but I like it. Looks really good. There's the back of it. Skin a little pale, but I have no problem with that. Very little paint. I cannot talk tonight. Sorry. Very little paint on this figure. But the figure looks good. Like, look at the shape of him. Very slim and trim. This is definitely the trimmest Vegeta we've had. The armor looks good. His suit looks good. But I can't tell if this... I'm going to say that is probably paint right through here and in that area of the armor and right there. And then on the boots. It all looks good, but there's just no paint whatsoever on him. Everything else is colored plastic. So if you're somebody that likes a lot of paint, you're not going to be happy. But it does look good. Nice matte finish all over him. He is not shiny whatsoever, and that looks really good. Muscles look good, just kind of small, like in the arms and the legs right there. Boots look pretty good. Here's the back of him. They got a little bit of Vegeta booty on him there. Kind of got a long crack too. But anyways, I'll quit obsessing about that.
Why are you gay?
But aesthetic wise, he looks pretty darn good. I like it a lot. Let's look at his accessories really quick, because he comes with a decent amount of stuff for a $35 offering. Comes with this head sculpt on him in the package. He's also got another one we'll look at, and he comes with 4 face plates. Comes with this serious face on him in the package and this regular head sculpt on him in the package. Stand up, please. There we go. And just like Goku, he's got this windswept hair sculpt right here, and I like it. It looks really good. Nice matte finish. And I just put this kind of smirking faceplate on it just so the head sculpt didn't look weird, and I like it really well. He also has this teeth gritting face, which looks really good. Kind of looks like Fire Marshal Bill a little bit, the way his lips are, but it looks good. And he's kind of looking down and to his right. I wish they quit doing that. I don't like it when they pigeonhole a faceplate to look in a particular direction. But anyways, and right here he has an open mouth yelling face. Nothing new, but it does look very good. He comes with 10 hands, 2 fist hands on him in the package. Kind of a new looking fist hand, and the index finger sticking out a little bit more. I kind of like that. And then 8 other hands. That is nothing we haven't seen. The wide open hands right here. Little kung fu grip right here, looking good. Couple of knife hands that look pretty good, and some style pose hands right here. Again, they look pretty good, but all nothing we haven't seen. And of course, he comes with the cross arms attachment that is finished well and painted well and looks pretty darn good. I like that. For $35. That is a perfectly acceptable spread of accessories for me. Let's do some comparisons really quick, and let's stand him beside the adult Daima Goku. And Goku is significantly taller, and finally it is about right. So I like this pretty well. I think that looks pretty good. And let's bust out an older not older, this is actually a newer $35 release Vegeta with the Unwavering Saiyan Pride, and I think that looks really, really good. And I like how they both kind of have a matte finish on them. Prior to this one, I really was fond of this one, and I like because their armors, like the blue are different colors, but the brownish yellow or whatever is pretty comparable right here. I like how the sculpt of this new one has flattened out his belly versus the old 2.0 style. See how it's kind of has a rounded belly. I kind of like that a little bit. Here he is with the Vegeta that came out a little earlier this year, the old style battle clothes, and he has a flatter belly too. And they're both the shortest Vegetas, but this one's beating him out for the first place in the short king category by just a little bit here. So we have a new shortest Vegeta, but I like this one that he's short too. I don't own the 24,000 power level. I think that one's kind of a short Vegeta as well, but I don't own it like I said. And here he is with the superhero Vegeta, and they have very similar skin tones. We'll try and swap some heads in there here in a minute. But spoiler alert, we can't swap any of them, but I'll show you why here in a minute. But they look pretty good. And here he is with a Super Saiyan, the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood Vegeta, and I like that really well, but he is significantly shorter. But their blues are very comparable. His is a little more saturated, but they look pretty good on camera anyways. And just for fun, I wanted to stand him next to the mini Daima Vegeta right here, and I like this really well. And their blues don't quite match, but the other color in their armor does, but their blues just don't quite match. That could be because this one has a little bit more of a matte finish on it, and this one's a little more satiny, so that could be why it's looking a little bit different. But I like them. And just for fun, I grabbed the Dragon Ball Evolve armored Vegeta, and I think they look pretty cool too. He's honestly not much bigger than that Evolve Vegeta right there, and I think they look pretty good as well. But here, real quick, let's do some head swaps because I kind of like doing head swaps. Let's take his head off, and let's take Goku's head off because they have a very similar neck peg. Let's see how Goku's head looks on Vegeta. Their skin tones don't match up, but that looks kind of cool, kind of a Daima rendition of the Cell games before they go into the hyperbolic time chamber. That looks kind of cool. Let's see how Vegeta's head looks on Goku. A little small for the body because he's a smaller figure, and the skin tones don't match up, but that don't look too horrible, I suppose. Let's try. I know what's going to happen, but I'm going to show you anyway. He cannot swap heads with the 2.0s because the neck pegs are too big on the 2.0s. Do you see that on the right here? Way too big. Cannot stick his head on that. It's just not going to happen. And you can't stick the 2.0 head on this because the hole in it is too big and the head just won't sit on it. If you want to put some blue tack or something on it, you could probably do that, but the heads are going to be a little bit too big. But there is a head swap we can do, and it's kind of funny. Let's do it really quick. We can put the mini Vegeta's head on the adult one. And that looks kind of funny. Makes the neck look nice and long, but looks like maybe like teenage Vegeta or something. I think that's kind of funny looking. And just for kicks, let's put the adult Vegeta's head on the mini. He looks like a bobblehead or a Funko Pop or something like that. But anyways, I'm done with my dad jokes. And whoops, the peg came out, but no big deal. We can just pull it right on out there we go. I pulled it right out. But anyways, that's unfortunately the only head swaps we can do is with the other Daima figures, because anything 2.0, the pegs are just too big. But anyways, let's take a look at his articulation real quick as I move this stuff out of the way for 1 second. I love the articulation on this guy. This is you're going to really be impressed. But he can look down really, really good. The neck moves in conjunction with the head good. Looks up fairly decent, but you can get all kinds of tilt and nuance. And as you saw a minute ago, he is on a double ball peg.
Yes!
Now, not the best executed, these Daima double ball pegs. The balls are too small.
Supersize my balls.
Just when you have a really small ball, you have less surface area to move the head around, but the head still move good. But if the ball was a little bit bigger, you would get a little bit more like range of motion and more things you can do with it. But I'm not complaining, they move really well. Shoulders up past 90, love it. Full rotation. And he's got a little bit of a butterfly in there. It's an interesting little system because you can kind of pull out on it and then take his arms across him like this. And if you finagle for just half a second, his hands will actually touch out in front of him. And that is the first armored Vegeta to be able to do that. So I am very impressed. Good job, Bandai. I'm happy for you. And of course, they'll let it go down and up and all that good stuff. He's got a bicep swivel like normal that works just fine. Double jointed elbow, not as much range as you would think for a slender figure like this, but enough, I guess, past 90, and the elbow doesn't look too bad. And wrists are on a ball hinge like normal. Now, the abdomen. This entire thing right through here, from here to here, is all a soft plastic, if you can see me pushing on that. And this right here in the chest is a soft, kind of like an overlay, kind of. It's kind of going over a little bit of like a harder plastic skeleton on the inside. And let me show you neutral before we do anything. There's neutral. From the diaphragm, it'll crunch forward a little. Leans back pretty good. But
We have a problem.
Surprise, surprise, they still have not solved the Saiyan armor abdomen gap problem. This should be maybe sculpted up taller, up underneath that top part to hide that. I don't know, but it will lean back good, but you're going to get some gaps. It will lean real good, twist all that stuff real good, and like I said, this is soft flexible plastic, which I actually like. And there's a ball peg down here, and it will give you all kinds of nuance, but it can at times be a little gappy. So unfortunately, that takes away from some of his aesthetic, and I don't like that, because I really want to praise this figure, because it is a marked improvement in a lot of ways to those 2.0s, but in some ways it's not. You don't have any gapping in the back like the other ones, but that's not good. And that right there, that's not good. I can't overlook that. I got to tell you about that. Legs, something else happy. Go with zero effort. That is really, really, really good. Front kick is incredible. Look at that. Look at this. He can literally do that. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. And if you want to see what a 2.0 Vegeta could do, like some 45-year-old guy trying to get in shape for the first time in his life, versus this gymnast level flexibility, that's crazy good. Like I pointed out earlier, he's got a little bit of Vegeta booty on him, but soft flexible plastic, so you can kick that leg all the way back if you wanted to have that kind of split, but you will get that look from the front if you kick that leg all the way back. So, if you want to avoid it, just don't do it. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, plenty of range, could be a little bit better, but oh well. A little bit of gap right there in the knee, but other than that, the knee looks all right. It's an SH Figuarts, so no shin swivel. The ankle is a ball hinge, and it kind of, will still go down all the way like that, but it's not nearly as bad as the way those 2.0 looked, I should say. So I'm not going to complain, but not a lot. It'll go up a little bit. You do get some ankle rocker, so I like that. And the toe hinge is... it's okay. It's not a bad looking toe hinge, really. I just don't really like them, and I don't really see the necessity for them, but it is there and it doesn't look horrible. Articulation wise, this is by far the most articulated Vegeta we have had. Are the gaps for a Saiyan armor figure, is the gap still there and there? Yes, that definitely takes away from it, unfortunately, in the aesthetic department. But flexibility wise, this thing is incredible. Overall, this is a fantastic buy. $35, you get 10 hands, 2 head sculpts, 4 face plates, and cross arms. By far, for the money, the best Vegeta we've ever had. Definitely best base form for sure. Final verdict for this Vegeta. The articulation's great. The aesthetic looks really good. I like the look of this figure, and the money. But those gaps, I want to give this an A-. He would be just a solid A, but he's an A minus because of the gappage, because any kind of lean back you're going to do with him, even just a little bit, and you're going to start getting gaps. And it's because of this soft plastic, there's just no way around it. So the A minus, still a great figure. Highly, highly, highly recommend you pick him up. If you're looking for him, Ami is shipping him out right now. They have him in stock as of filming this video. I will link them down in the description. Or you can wait for Big Bad Toy Store or D-Star Toys or somebody like that to get theirs in. But anyways, that's all I've got for the Adult Daima Vegeta here. If you haven't subscribed, pause the video, scroll down, give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And with all that said, this has been Dad with Dad's Expensive Hobby, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.